Um, check this out. Let's see what we're doing here. We got angles and solving of equations. It says the sum of the interior angles of a triangle. So the sum of the interior of a triangle are 180 degrees. Okay, let's check out the next question. Okay, it says find the measure of the missing angles in each triangle below. Okay, so we know that we have 35, and this is 90 because it's a right angle, and we have a missing angle. So we know that we have to add up to 180 degrees. So off to the side, I would say 35 and 90. Okay, and we need to know how much that is. Okay, so that's 125, and you need to subtract it from 180. So that gets you 55 degrees. So you can just put 55. The next one's very similar. Again, remembering that we have to add up to 180 degrees. So 65 and 55 add up to 120. So we have to subtract from 180, and that's going to leave me with 60 degrees. So x equals 60. All right, moving right along. Let me get there. All right, check this one out. It says Tyler thinks that that this figure has enough information to figure out the values of a and b. Okay. What we know right now is we have this angle right here. Okay, and that's 90. We also know this angle right here because it's a straight line. And any straight line is 180 degrees. So it doesn't matter where the straight line is. If I just have a straight line, it's 180 degrees. So we would know that this angle and this angle would have to equal each other in order to find out exactly what it is. So we would have to subtract 90. Okay, so you want to take 180, take your 90 away, and if you knew that, you would have what's half. You would have 18 basically and 9, so you would know that there's another 90 in there. Okay, so basically we would know that each one of these would have to be half of 90. Well, half of 90 is 45. So we could say yes, okay, to that one. Now select the equations for the problem above. Okay, so we would know that we could do 180 minus 90, which is what we left with. That's going to be equal a plus b, so that one works. Okay, this one would not be correct. We would know a plus b plus 90 would have to equal 180, so that one works. And a plus b would have to equal 90, because if you took away this 90 here, this side, these two equaled 90. Okay, so it would be those three. So you would have a checkbox, checkbox, checkbox. All right, moving along, let me get there. Okay, so similar type of question on this one. It says how is the image the same or different than Tyler's image? Okay. Well, this one is saying that these are equal, and it's definitely telling you that. So the one above, the fact that they were different letters probably means that they might have been different measures. It's okay to leave your answer the way it was. Okay. Each equation. So here we go. Which equations and solutions represent the image above? Okay, so let me get the image back in. Okay, we know that a plus 90 is 180, so that one would be right. Okay, I would click that one. 2a plus 90, that would be correct. This would be correct. And I think that's good. So we want to keep moving. Here we go. The diagram. For the diagram, decide which equation you agree with and solve it. Okay. So it says x equals 35, and Diego, x plus 35 equals 180. So we know that this is a straight line. Okay. And a straight line, this entire thing from here to here is going to be 180 degrees. So I do know that this plus 35 is going to equal 180. So we're going to go with Diego on this. She says that x equals 35. Well, 35 plus 35 does not equal 180. So we would say no and yes. Okay. Moving along. Here we go. Similar type question. We're trying to solve. We know that 35 plus 41 plus W is going to equal 180. That's what we know for sure. Okay, so let's look at what they have. We have 35 plus W plus 41 equals 180 so far. That one's right. Diego, 35 plus W equals 180, and that one would be no. Okay, same concept. Here we go. Let's see if we can figure this one out. It's saying that this angle here is 90. Okay, and let's see. W plus 35 equals 90. I would agree with that. And 2W plus 35 is 90. No, because we know that that would mean that there would be this entire angle is 90 degrees, and that's not a 90 degree angle. And definitely the way I drew it's definitely not a 90 degree angle. But so that one's not right, and Lena would be the one that would be correct. Here we go, moving along. Get this knocked out. All right, it says we got to make another decision here. She says that 2W plus 35 equals 90, and Diego says W plus 35 equals 90. Well, let's check it out. So we know that this is going to be a 90 degree angle right here. Okay, so it would be 2W's plus 35 would equal 90. Okay, so here's something to know. We have vertical angles here. That means directly across. And any angle that's directly across from each other, split by 180 degree lines, there's a line and there's a line, are going to be exactly the same measure. So the 35 and 35 are going to be the same. So we know that, again, she would be correct. Okay, and let's check out down here. Let's see. We know this information. Ooh, let me get the different marker here. We know that this is 90, and if this side is 90, that also means that this side is going to be 90. Okay, so let's find the information. We have W plus 148 equals 180, and X plus 90 equals 148. Well, let me clear this out so we can see. Okay, so we know this entire side over here, well, actually, this entire side, okay, there's a straight line right there. We know that's 180, so 148 plus W has to equal 180, so that is correct so far. But let's check out the second one because we also have a both answer down here. So it says X plus 90, X plus 90 equals 148. Well, let's see here. We know that, let's see, let's try to figure this one out. So this angle right here is a straight line, and right here is a straight line. So this entire angle has to be 148 because of vertical angles, just like I talked about in the one above it with the 35 across from its 35. So then these two angles are going to be 148. So they're both correct. Okay. All right. Moving along. Shouldn't have too many more of these. These ones are just more algebraic for you. Okay. So we know that adding these up, it's going to equal 180. So we are going to just take all of this and say it's equal to 180. So 2x plus x is 3x and plus 30. So set up your line, subtract 30 from both sides. Okay, subtract 30. And now we're going to have 150 over here and 3, wow, x over here. That's an amazing 3. Divide by 3, divide by 3. So really I'm looking at 15 divided by 3, tack a 0 on. So 15 divided by 3 is 5, but we eliminated the 0, so just tack it back on. So we know that x is going to be 50. Okay, so I know x is equal to 50. So understanding that this side right here is 50, which means this is 2x. This has to be 2 of those 50s, which is 100. So it says, use what you know about the triangle to find the missing angles. So we know we have a 50 and we have a 100. Okay, here we go. You could pause that if I went too fast there and deleting, just go back and pause it. Okay, next one is use what you know about the triangle. Same thing. Okay, so we have x plus 10 plus x plus 90 equals 180. Okay, so how many x's we have? We have 2x and we have 100. Okay, because 10 plus 90 is 100. And we have it equals 180. Strike our line, get rid of 100, get rid of 100. 2x left over because that's all that's left. This canceled. And here we're going to be left with 80. So divide by 2, divide by 2. This is really 1 because 2 over 2 is 1, so 1x. Just going to put 1x there. And we have 80 divided by 2, which is 40. Okay, so we know x equals 40. So we know this side's 40. Okay, and this is 40 plus 10. So that has to be 50. Okay, so moving along. Let's get this, try to keep this moving. We have last question, which is awesome. We're almost done. Okay, here we go. We have a straight line right there. So I know that straight line is 180 degrees. Okay, so same concept. I have 2x plus 148. Okay, draw your line. 148. Got to get rid of it. And then get rid of 148 again. Okay, it's going to leave us with, 2x, not 3x, 2x. And we have 180 minus 148 equals 32, which is divide by 2, divide by 2. X is going to equal 16. All right. Hit me up if you have any questions. I'll be here all week on Google Hangout. I will post this video. You guys will have access to it. Take it easy. Be cool.